Hi, welcome to Energica of New England. Today we're going to talk about our rear LED light conversion kit. Some of the things that you're going to need to do is we're going to need to take this panel off, the seat assembly off. We're going to need to remove the rear bracket here so we get easy access to the lights, and these two bolts and some wiring. Alright, one of the first things we're going to do is open up the seat to get that access. We're going to get our Allen screws out. You would think by now I would have all this memorized. I'm going to take the side cover off. Alright, after you take the side cover off, and we're going to take all the body screws on the right side, we're going to take the seat assembly screws out. Don't forget to get the bolts under the rear fairing. One on each side. And the rear system should come out. Well, we do want to disconnect the seat sensor wire. Let's see, that wire. Is right here. We'll need to cut a few wire ties. There, seat assembly comes out. Now we're going to remove the rear license plate holder so that we can get full access to the LED lights when we twist them out. This job is not very hard, it's just a little time consuming. Alright, we're just going to let this bracket hang down. Alright, since now you have the seat and you have access to the back of the bike, if you feel up under the license plate holder and bracket, you're going to find some little grommets. You can get your fingers around the grommets and pull them out, and then you can slowly pull out the wires and you can see a connector. Alright, you need to do that both on the right and left side. Once you have those connectors out, we're going to disconnect the taillights, like so. And we're going to run our two wires. We're going to need to remove the two wire bolts that hold the lights in, and there's two wire holders on the top that we need to remove as well. Alright, once we get the license plate bracket hanging, we're going to take the signal lights out, and so we can twist those out. I have to get the bolts out. There goes one. Alright, to disassemble our turn signal lights, I'm going to take a screwdriver, a Phillips head, remove the one screw here, alright, be careful when you take the light apart. We want to raise it up a little bit and pull it to the side, so this will then come out. Give that a little tweak. I'm going to pull this out. You're going to see our two wires. So our blue is the ground, and that wire is our turn signal. We'll pull that off. We're going to find in our wire kit a long wire with a spade connector on it. We're going to feed this wire through the harness and have it come out the other side. Now once we have our wire run through, we're going to take our little clip. It says bike side and insert. We're going to now place it in this little area right here and push that down. Alright, that's what holds this to the light. Well, then we'll take our LED. Remember, our blue was earth. We'll push that on like so, and then our other wire here is turn. We're going to put it where it says turn. Then we have our wire that we just ran, which would go to, says plus 12. That will go on here. Alright, it will take a little bit of push to do it, but it's on. So once it's on, we're going to pull this in as so, turn it, and gently push this in so it goes in like that, like so. We're going to take our light, push this in, make sure it goes into its proper little spot. Push in the light so it snaps in. Take our screw and screw it back in. So this is how we're going to do the wiring of the bike to the signal lights. That easy. Alright. Alright, so after we've got all the LEDs installed in our lights and our wires run, we're going to have a black wire and a gray wire. The black wire, extra wire, is going to go to the brake light. To find the brake light, we'll go to the back of the tail light, find it where it kicks to the connector, and you're going to see a black, a yellow, and a orange. What color is that? Pink?
Yeah, kind of an orangey pink kind of color.
Okay. Alright, so once we located our rear tail light, we're going to use the yellow. That is your brake light. I'm going to use our quick installs with some dielectric grease and T-tap into it. So we're going to bring our brake wire, after we cut it to the right length, we'll install it. And that will be that. The next wire that we need to do is this gray one, and that's going to go to our power that we use for our front headlights. So we're going to just run it right down the chassis.
And a two. And
Alright, in our previous video, if you had watched, you would have seen that we tapped into the headlight low beam, high beam circuit, which is not being watched by the ECU. So we already had our front lights installed, so we're going to take our wires and we're going to put them all together and install it into the system. So we have our rear light and our two front ones. And as I said in the previous, we can take and solder all these if you so choose, or some other kind of connector, but in our kits this is what we supply to help you work for the ease of it. Get that nice and tight with some dielectric grease in there. Tuck our wires in. Make sure we wire tie along the harness so keep it away from everything. And let's see how our lights work. Alright, so before you put the whole bike back together, let's take and do a quick test to make sure that it works. Oh, look at that. And check our brakes. Yep. And look at how nice and bright they are. So now we can safely reassemble the bike, and we'll watch how we do that. As loosely install the screws, you can't take them off. So next thing we need to do, we set the bike back together, we need to install the seat back in. So we need to install the seat wire. Make sure that the and the light back into place. Right, so let's take the white ties. Tie back up in place. And start screwing it. Keep it falling down. Just inside. Those are started. We do this second one. And now to install all the screws first before tightening up. Tighten it up. After the ulcer's in, let's go around and take it up. Or you take it, like, you Right, move our second one. Get more. That's all. I'll be. Screw the whole thing off. You know, your job's all done. You don't have extra parts. Alright, we can retest. And look at that. Turn on. Doesn't get any nicer than that. Thank you for watching and hope you enjoy our LED light conversion kit. Thank you.